Rise and shine on Australia's Vision Christian Radio.
Well, today is Thursday, and Andy, I'm really hoping you're not prophetic today.
Well, I wasn't prophesying. I was just asking the question, Phil. Have we talked too much about things in cars? Is something going to appear in one of our vehicles?
Oh, look. So you're at the beginning of the podcast. By the end, you'll know what we're talking about. I'm going to put it out there. Andy puts out there, today, maybe as a result of this conversation that we're about to have, something will happen.
Yep.
I've got a bit of a drive. I'm about to get in my car.
You're in the car every day, Phil. Big drive every day.
Every day, I'm about to get in the car. A bit concerned.
And Australia is inhabited by lots of creepy crawlies and creatures and you name it, Phil. Australia has got it.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, there you go. We're putting it out there. Listen to it. See if we if you know what we're talking about by the end of the podcast. Enjoy.
Can I ask you a question, Phil? Do you know how many species of spiders there are in Australia?
No.
I think there's about 10,000.
They're separate individual species of spiders.
10,000.
10,000.
I've just Googled it.
Get out.
Yep.
Is it the most in the world? Probably. I reckon your AI over there would be able to tell you. That's shocking.
It's a lot of spiders.
No wonder people think twice about coming. That is the number one thing. If you're a tourist coming to Australia, it's the number one thing people say is, what about those spiders?
Well, here's your bad news, Phil.
No.
Australia has one of the most spider diverse populations of spiders in the world. There's no other country with so many spiders.
Look at you. You're loving it.
So many kinds of spiders.
You're loving it.
And a significant number of these species remain undiscovered. So scientists haven't even been able to keep up with the volume.
There's the good news, isn't it?
Venomous spiders. Australia has a notable number of venomous spiders, including the redback and the funnel web.
Don't.
Harmless spiders. Most Australian spiders, here's a good news piece, Phil, are not dangerous to humans, and they can be found in various habitats, including forests, woodlands, gardens, and cars.
Cars, as we're finding out today. No. Oh,
there's a lot of spiders.
That is why I don't camp. That's it. That's why I don't camp. I'm going to put it out there. No need to camp.
Yep.
There's certainly spider-less environments that you can sleep in.
Yeah, but I'd like you to step over that line. I just think there's such a joy in being in the outdoors with the stars at night, with a fire going. It's just so good.
But you can do that without camping.
You can, but you can't really see the stars in the city. Too many lights around.
Yeah, right.
When you're out in...
So you're not thinking camping at like a Big Four holiday park?
No.
What are you meaning by the challenge to camp?
You've got to go somewhere, and you can Google it. Like certain campsites allow you to have a fire. You've got to camp with a fire. You can't camp without a fire.
Yeah, right.
It's part of the experience.
I feel like as a family we're underdeveloped. We couldn't even survive. Like we would need help.
No, you could do it.
You reckon?
You just Google it. ChatGPT it. And tents
actually, it'd be quite funny to see how well ChatGPT would go.
Yeah, and tents are so easy now. These pop-up tents, they're just so easy to operate.
I have seen a blow-up tent.
There you go. I've never seen that.
I'd want that. I'm not wanting to invest in it.
But as long as there's fly screen, you got to have really solid fly screen, so you don't want anything coming in your tent that's not welcome.
No. Okay. Well, look, you listen to the podcast. You'll see why I'm a bit concerned about any idea of camping. That's a story for another day. Should I camp?
I think you should.
I don't know. Okay, enjoy the podcast.
Thanks for streaming the Rise and Shine Daily podcast. Please subscribe to the show, rate it on your favourite podcast platform, and share the link on your socials. It all helps get the word out.
Good morning. It's Phil and Andy taking you through your Thursday. Morning, Andy.
Guten Morgen, Phil. How are you?
Wie geht's?
Yeah, that's good. That's about as much German as I got.
Danke gut und dir. We love a bit of an accent here on Rise and Shine.
Bit of sauerkraut. I don't mind a bit of sauerkraut for lunch, maybe, or dinner.
I actually am thinking, have I ever had sauerkraut? And I don't reckon I have. I don't like the sound of it.
Really?
You know when you hear a word of a type of food and you're like, nah, not for me? I think sauerkraut is up there with that, isn't it?
Can I encourage you to try it, Phil?
Really?
And look, we're coming up to Oktoberfest, so a bit of sauerkraut with a big German sausage next to it, nothing like it,
really?
Phil.
What does it taste like?
It's like cabbage and it's sour.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
It's nice. If you've got some sauce on your sausage, the sauerkraut, it's like that sort of nice and sour sort of taste with the nice sweet tomato sauce on your sausage.
Okay, there's a challenge there, Andy. You can help me. Oktoberfest.
Yep.
We'll see if we can dig one out.
Let's go there.
Give it a go.
We'll
find somewhere Octobery and festy.
Yep.
And German, I guess, is what I'm looking for. But today on the show, look, we're getting excited. back when I was, again, we often go back to the 90s. Don't you think that's kind of what you do, isn't it? You go back to your teenage years. That's when you have those positive memories.
When life was easy, Phil.
That being a teenager. It wasn't, but there you go. One of the things I remember was watching a lot of swimming. And so this was the sound of my summer. You ready? This is the voice of Ray Warren commentating a race with a swimmer. Have a listen.
The girls have done it. The girls have won gold in the 4x2. That's a medal that we probably didn't budget for.
We're all world champions. We'll start with you, Elka. What a great time. What a great way to start off.
Unbelievable. I touched the wall. I think I had to ask G when I got out, but it was a team thing. I was stoked, and we're just so happy to win finally.
And that was the voice of my summer, and that's the voice of Elka Graham. Now she's married. She's Elka Whelan. But guess what, Andy?
Are we talking to her today,
We
Phil?
are talking to her today.
Brilliant.
So I feel like I'm going back to my youth. It's very exciting. An Olympic swimmer going to be joining us on Rise and Shine.
Very committed Christian. I believe she's been a broadcaster on Channel 7 as well. She's got a great voice, and she's a speaker now. She does a lot of speaking and motivating and coaching. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're going to talk to her about an hour and a half from now. So I'm sometimes we talk to people and I'm always excited, but I'm a little bit more excited talking to Elka.
That's good, Phil. You got stars in your eyes. I missed that whole era. I was living in England at the time, so we didn't watch a lot of sport when I was in England.
You can bring us down to earth. And, hey, also this morning, something Andy said has got us thinking. You mentioned something a couple of days ago now, Andy. I'll bring it back to your memory. I want to say about 20 minutes from now. We'll put the call out there. What have you found in your car that you shouldn't be there?
Unwelcome visitors.
Unwelcome visitors to your car. We're going to bring you a bit of a story that got me inside. Hey, but we'll kick it all off. Coming up next, we're going to replay a bit of a funny tale from Steve Mail. He was just brilliant yesterday.
Very funny. When things go wrong at church,
I know. So we're going to kick the morning off with a bit of a laugh.
Rise and Shine on Vision Christian Radio.
And isn't spring unfolding wonderfully, Phil?
Oh, I mean, I am. Because we get up so early in the morning, I was more than a bit excited when I got into the studio car park and it was light enough to see.
It was lit.
I was excited. It's funny how you've just got to take these moments. I did have I was like, praise God for spring, for summer. It's beautiful. I do love this time of year.
Yeah, days are getting longer, they're getting warmer, and we're gearing up for summer. It is a nice time of the year, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a summer girl, so I was pretty excited. Yesterday we went up to Mount Tambourine, and maybe I'll tell you about that. We took Millie because my other kids are in Japan, and it got down to 14 degrees.
14?
By the time we left.
Wow.
And I was like, this is freezing. What's going on? I was like, this is not what I'd signed up for. None of us had our proper clothes. Murray, thankfully, he had said, you'll need a bit of I'm always the one saying warm clothes. He was like, have you got a jumper and some long pants, Phil? And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess. Thank goodness for him. He was the parent yesterday. He got me all dressed.
Go Murray. If you're a summer person, Phil, can I give you a hot tip? If ever you get a chance, and this is for everyone listening right now, to go for a holiday in Australian winter to Hawaii in America, it's their summer.
Yes.
And I've done it once, and it's amazing. You get 2 weeks of warm weather, sunshine, swimming, surfing, and it's awesome. You get 2 weeks off winter in Australia.
You get like a sign out, like a pass out.
Oh, it was so good.
Pass out from winter.
And I just love Hawaii because it's got American hospitality, and like I said, it's in the Pacific Ocean. It's so nice.
Oh, there you go. Well, look, it's like the tourism board this morning.
That's right.
But something that you might want to escape from in Australia is some of our creepy crawlies.
Oh, yes.
Like I remember when we moved from Australia to New Zealand, from New Zealand to Australia. That's the way we came.
Were you conscious of the creepy crawlies?
Exceptionally conscious.
Yeah.
Like that was the biggest concern. And I think it's still, if we go back to New Zealand, that's the number one topic that comes up is, well, you've got those poisonous snakes and those redback spiders and you've got cane toads and do you see them all the time and why are you still alive? I think it's pretty much the thinking.
There's so many nasty creatures in Australia, isn't there?
But I'm mostly concerned when they get too close to me in a confined space.
Well, you don't want that.
You don't want that. And you told a story, Andy, that has stuck with me all week.
Yes, it haunted you, Phil.
It's haunted me. I don't like it. I thank you not for bringing it to my attention.
It was about an escaped serpent.
Yeah, it was to do with, you'd been speaking about a church youth camp gone wrong, gone awry.
Yes.
When a youth leader, Silly, had been running through the bush, got bitten by a snake. They had tried to kill, well, he'd knocked the snake out.
Well, yes, he knocked it out. That's a good description. He thought he'd killed it, one of our young guys, put it in a sack and thought, take that to the hospital. They can identify the snake, make sure there's no venom in the fangs.
Okay, so that's the background to this story. Let's hear what happened to the snake.
Yeah, I did a youth camp once.
You did, yeah.
Out in the bush,
Okay.
camping in tents,
Yeah.
under the stars. Get there, fire, the whole thing. We're so excited. We're thinking, let's have worship under the stars tonight.
Andy.
And one of the youth leaders, he's a city kid, obviously, we're out in the bush. There's no one there, just bush and darkness. He's got this torch. He's running through the bush like a crazy kid, going, woo, he's having the time of his life, Phil. And we're thinking, just calm down, mate. We just got here. Take it easy. Well, unfortunately for him, Phil, he stepped on one of the local inhabitants. There was a snake.
Oh, no.
And it bit him.
Oh, no.
It bit him.
Oh, no.
So,
Was he okay?
Well, yeah, and he allegedly then he shook it off, and it had another chomp on him.
It
So obviously,
didn't.
so he's obviously stepped on it. And one of the kids in the youth was more of a country kid, and he went and got the snake and picked up by the tail. It was long, it was black, and it had sort of gold markings on it. It looked like a tiger stripe.
Yeah.
So we were concerned then that he'd been bitten by a tiger
Twice.
snake, and so because we're in the middle of nowhere, we had to bandage him up. There was a young girl there who was studying to be an OT, and myself. We bandaged up his limb, as you're supposed to do, the whole limb, not just where he'd been bitten.
That's right.
And we stuck him in a vehicle with a couple of guys. They got the snake, they put it into a bag. Well,
evidence.
The country kid hit it on the head a few times to terminate it.
Thank goodness for
and
country
put
kids.
Put it in the bag, and they drove them to the hospital. And drove him to the hospital. Fortunately, there was no venom injected. It wasn't a tiger snake. It was actually a python that looked like a tiger snake. But the irony is, Phil, when they went to get the snake out of the car, it had escaped out of the bag. It was still alive.
No, in the car.
It was still alive.
No,
So they had driven to the hospital with
terrible.
a snake in the car.
Are you serious? That's just
These
everything
are
in me is like,
crazy days, Phil. Crazy days.
That still, I'm listening to that and thinking,
It's a horrible
snake
thought.
in the car.
Yeah, it's a horrible thought, isn't
I'd
it?
have to sell the car. I'd be like, that's it. I'm never going in the car again. But it reminded me because I once got it. I was in the car and I saw a massive huntsman spider. Not sure if it's a huntsman or not.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a massive spider. It
A
could
big
bite me.
8-legged creature.
100%. And I remember pulling over the car, ringing Murray. I think I was early days in driving, going, that's it. You have to come pick me up. Like, I can't keep driving. I think eventually I did. I'd worked up the courage to get back in and I think I was going to work, so he didn't have much choice. But it was freaky, like that thought. Ooh.
But can you imagine if that snake had managed to get out of that sack and have another chomp of the guy's leg, a third bite?
It's a bite,
in
it's sort
the
of
car.
a snake. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I can imagine. That is all I can imagine. That's all I can think about, actually, is the snake coming out. A bit aggressive because now he's stuck in a car.
And someone's knocked him out.
Well,
and he's
100%. He's like,
come back.
revenge.
He's like, who knocked me out? Right, you, I'm biting you again.
The revenge snake.
Because they thought it was dead.
Oh,
it was like a four-wheel
no.
drive. They chucked it in the boot in the four-wheel
No.
drive, thinking, snake's dead. That's the least of our worries. Then we've got to focus on our patient. We're rushing him to the hospital.
Come on.
Yeah, if that thing had bitten that guy again.
Well, because you're not allowed to kill snakes. So they did the right thing just by knocking it out.
Knocking it out.
But 1-800, I want to know this morning, have you ever had something that shouldn't be in the car? Have there been creepy crawlies in your car?
Yes.
What did you do?
Yes.
What happened?
Tell us your story.
I think this is like a therapy session. Or
Yes.
maybe it's going to make me never want to set foot in an Australian car again.
Or spray it with, pesticide.
Well,
or-
100%. If it's a spider, that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, give us a buzz. 1-800 316 316. What creepy things have you found in your car that, well, shouldn't be there? Next up, though, Andy, our Bible story sound off.
Brought to you by the generosity of Vision family members across Australia and around the world. The Rise and Shine podcast.
Are you ready for a challenge? Listen to the mystery sound, correctly name the Bible story, and win a great prize. Sounds easy, but is it? Rise and Shine's Bible Story Sound Off.
It's not that easy.
But it's possible, Phil.
Well, and Alison from Doughboy proved that yesterday.
She proved there is no mountain too high that it can't be climbed.
Ain't no mountain high enough. It takes me straight to Sister Act. Actually.
Look, it was big news. We even had a Facebook comment yesterday from someone, hey, did the Bible story get solved yesterday? I missed it. They wanted to know, Phil.
And Alison was straight on it. Yes, I solved it. Hey, this is the moment that Alison correctly guessed the Bible story sound off yesterday.
Well, I think it is Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego and them heating up the fiery furnace.
Is that the right answer, though? We know that there's a fourth man in the story. Is it to do with the fiery furnace? Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego.
Oh,
Yes,
she's
it
nailed it.
is.
She's nailed it. Alison. Well done, Alison.
Yeah, well, thank you, Andy, because as soon as you said heating up, I thought, I know what it is.
There you go. So it was the clue, your clue, Andy, that got us over the line.
She picked up on that clue, didn't
It was
she?
so subtle, wasn't it?
It was. You had to really lean in.
You had to lean in. It was a subtle clue. Hey, but that was the story. So yesterday's sound, or the sound that's been lasting for quite a while, was in fact Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego in the fiery furnace. Very well known and loved story.
Which means, Phil, today,
I've got to get out our time machine.
not only is it a new day, Phil, there will be a new sound.
So this is our time machine. If you're first time flying with us, welcome aboard. We'll be serving snacks. Never actually.
Get ready for
We
it.
don't
Well,
have time.
speaking of snacks, if you're eating your breakfast right now, you might want to stop chewing so you can just hear this sound really clearly.
We're flying back in time to a Bible story. We're going to suck out a sound, and your job at home is to match the sound to the story. It's pretty simple.
It sounds easy.
Well, it does sound easy. I mean, the tech is not. But here we go. I've landed in a Bible story. I'm just about to suck out the sound. Okay, here we go. This is it. It's only 1 second, so lean in, Australia. That's it.
Okay.
That's all you get.
Can we have another second, please? I know, like another listen to that
yeah,
second.
yeah, sure. Any ideas?
I got some suspicions.
You-
I won't voice those suspicions, but I got
No
some
clues from Andy,
a
day
couple
one.
of thoughts,
Here
yeah.
you go. It is tricky. I'm going to give you that. But imagine how good it would be if today you were the first, you got it on day one.
That'd be amazing.
It would actually be amazing.
And we'll call it double or nothing. If you can solve it today, we will double the price.
Do it.
You won't just get a chosen DVD, you'll get a chosen DVD and something else as well.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay,
I'll
Andy.
dig into that prize cupboard and extract 2 items, not just one.
Well, that is incredible. 1-800-316-316. The number to call, here's the sound. It's day one. Come on, people. Someone can get it today.
It's a new day.
Surely.
It's a new sound.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me Vision's breakfast show is now available around the clock and on demand? Incredible! The Rise and Shine podcast. Rise and Shine.
She did it.
She did.
She got the last
It
sound.
was almost like a miracle.
It did feel like it. You know, sometimes we want the sound to go off, like we are ready for this new sound.
A
And
new chapter.
Yeah, it was Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego in the fiery furnace.
Yep.
And the fourth man, Jesus, shows up. Who is the fourth man? Oh, it's a brilliant story.
It all makes perfect sense in retrospect, doesn't it, Phil? But listening to that sound, it was a tough one to crack.
It was tough. And we've got a new sound, only a second. So you have to be a brave person
Yep.
to step up and have a crack
We have
today.
lots of brave listeners, though, don't we, Phil?
Thank goodness we do. Here's the sound. There you go. That's it. And the first off the mark, it would have to be, wouldn't it? He's probably the one who plays the most of anyone else.
He is a very astute listener,
He
Phil.
is. Adam. Adam is on the line. Adam, what do you reckon the sound this Thursday might be?
Well, I'd have to hear it again.
oh,
What's
well, we
the
can do
new
that.
sound?
Here you go. Here you go. The new sound. That's it. There's not a lot, but you can do it.
Is it the Pharaoh's chariots racing through the Red Sea chasing the Israelites? Maybe. Well, the is.
Very good. Let's have a listen. It is very noisy.
That's a good stab in the dark, Adam.
It is. And we said double prizes today. Like, what would be, how amazing would it be if you got it day one?
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
Did you get it day one?
Oh, Adam.
Oh, but great shot. Well done, Adam.
Okay, no worries.
Thanks.
See you,
Bye.
See ya.
Morning, Albert. What do you reckon it might be?
I wonder if it's not the millstone that Samson was pushing when he was in captivity, drinking
Oh,
jail.
yes.
Wow.
Yeah, he was, what was he, treading out the grain, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's very good, Albert.
Good guess.
Great guess. And I really want to say it's right, but it's not. But I'm just so impressed. It was a very, very good guess. Well done. There we go. Well, it looks like the sound is going to live another day.
At least another day, Phil.
Well, at least one more day. If you think you know this sound, it'll be back tomorrow for Bible Story Sound Off. Hey, we are on the lookout, though. Have you ever had a creepy crawly in your car? What did you do? How did it work? It freaks me out. That was the thinking of coming to Australia. That was the one thing that really concerned me. Snakes, spiders, everything that bites.
So if you've had an uninvited guest, how did you deal?
How did you do?
What did you do?
1-800-316-316. I've got a funny character to start you off with that coming up next.
The Rise and Shine podcast.
Hey, but you know what's not a nice thought?
something in your car that you don't want to be there.
And it all came about because you brought it up, Andy, and I'm not going to point fingers, but you're the one who's brought this to light.
Quite innocently.
Well, I'm not sure. Yes, I don't think you meant to give me the
No, I didn't. I was just innocently talking about a youth camp where something went a little bit wrong.
That's right. And they knocked out a snake. A snake bit a youth leader. The youth leader had to go to hospital. Rightly so. They thought, we'll just knock the snake out and bring it along for the ride.
In a bag.
In a bag.
Yep.
And unfortunately, something happened on the way to the hospital.
The irony is, Phil, when they went to get the snake out of the car, it had escaped out of the bag. It was still alive.
No, in the car.
It was still alive.
No,
so they had driven to the hospital
That's terrible.
a snake in the car.
Are you serious? That's just
These
everything
are
in me is like,
crazy days, Phil. Crazy days.
And I still feel, even just hearing that story for secondhand now, and I know the story, it still makes me think, ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm wondering how I would go. Like, would I be up? I would be up for the challenge. I'd be fine.
I think you're a typical Kiwi, Phil. And look, when I lived in England, they were the same. Everyone was asking me, tell us about all those snakes and those spiders in Australia. And I literally met English people who said, I will never go to Australia.
Really?
Because of all the creatures you guys have there.
Well, I'm past that. Like, if we have a spider at the house and it has to die, or because the girls, are not wanting it in the room, I know I just kill them because I don't like them. I'm going to be honest. I deal because Murray, he's an Aussie, so he's like, oh, it's fine, babe. Like, it's okay. Just leave it. I'll get to it later. And I'm like, no. It has to be dealt with immediately because it could move. It could jump. Who knows where it's going to get hidden.
You could eat the mosquitoes too, Phil.
Well, I know, and I know that they do that.
Good for the ecosystem.
I know. I tell myself that. It doesn't make a difference.
I don't like them either.
Don't you?
A friend of mine woke up one night with a huntsman on his face.
Okay.
And he went to shoo it off and it bit him on the forehead.
Oh, no.
Not a nice way to wake up.
No. Oh.
And we're going to tell stories. Here's another story. So some other friends of mine were camping up in far north Queensland once, and the lady woke up and her husband or partner or boyfriend, whatever he was asleep, and there was a bird-eating spider on his face. On his face.
On his face?
I guess all 8 legs were enjoying the warmth of his face.
Oh, no.
And it was like a scene out of that movie Aliens. It was
so what did he do?
He didn't even know he was asleep.
No.
So she shooed it off for him.
No. Oh, no. Okay, look, I don't know why we're doing this, but we are. I need to have more stories, apparently, but particularly in vehicles. Like I am. Oh, Andy. Now I'll be sleeping with one eye open. Oh, dear. Okay, 1-800-316-316. When have you had a snake or a spider or something that should be out, definitely not in your car?
An unwanted guest.
Yes, please.
And we're not talking about carjackings. We're talking about spiders and snakes.
We're caffeinated and ready to face the day. This is Rise and Shine on Vision.
We were reflecting at home actually over the weekend that people's breakfasts have really stepped up. Like back in the day, we would have Weet-Bix.
Yep.
That was pretty much it.
We were a simple race in the old days. Cornflakes, Special K was a little bit upmarket. Like it's got some sultanas in it. Yeah, that's right. Now, like right now, if you say, what would you feel like right now? I'd be like some nice sourdough bread from that bakery near where I live.
Yes.
And then some smashed avo, a little bit of feta, a little bit of balsamic vinegar. My daughter likes to sprinkle lemon on the smashed avo as well.
100%.
So, gee, it's good.
Like breakfast has gone next level.
Another level.
We play Beat the Toaster in the next hour, and we always ask people what they're having for breakfast. And now it's like, oh, not much. What are you having? Oh, just some porridge with a drizzle of honey and some freshly chopped banana and strawberries.
Coconut flakes.
And they're like, it's basic. It's a basic. No, it's not. That's not a basic breakfast. But if you are waking up in Manila this morning, I wanted to say good morning to you. Now, Manila here is in New South Wales. There you go. It's near Tamworth. 88 FM is the frequency that you're listening to Vision on. Good morning to you. 7.7 degrees right now. It's a bit nippy as you're waking up.
It's a little bit fresh.
But it's a great... The day's getting brighter. It's going to get to 22 degrees during the day. So you start fresh. That's actually, I reckon, perfect. When it starts fresh, you're cold. And then during the day, the sun comes out. It works. When the sun works, I love that.
Yeah, Manila. It makes me think of Manila in the Philippines.
I think it would.
Which always makes me think about the Thriller in Manila.
Oh.
Muhammad Ali, I think, fought Joe Frazier there.
Do you know, my brain's never, ever thought of a boxing match ever.
Yeah, Thriller in... We need to start thinking about it, Phil. The Thriller in Manila. But I've got a Bible verse now. I was in chapter 3 of Proverbs for quite some time, but we're in chapter 4 now, Phil, and that was an intruder.
Bit random.
That was like an intruder in your car.
Well, that's what we're talking about today.
An intruder on our sound desk. Out of here now. Okay, so Proverbs chapter 4, It says this in verse 4, let your heart retain my words and keep my commands and live.
Say that again, Andy.
Let your heart retain my words, keep my commands and live.
How good is that?
The word of God in our heart.
As we put the word of God in our heart, it literally brings life.
Oh, yeah.
Which we're so excited
To all
about.
of us.
To all of
our
us.
spirit, our soul, our emotions, our mind, even our body, fella, brings the life to us.
Praise God. Which is why every day we spend just 5 minutes together, or ish, together reading the Bible. We're in the book of John. I'm going to say today we're in John 3, which could be, I'm not going to say it's the highlight because there's better things to come. But in John 3, we see, I reckon, in the life of John the Baptist, something that we can all take away.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to say today is a great takeaway moment from the life of John the Baptist. So we'll be there next. Grab out your Bibles.
It's the daily podcast of your favourite Aussie breakfast show, Rise and Shine.
Get to know God by reading the Bible.
You do,
It's
Phil.
a really good way to find out what God's instructions are for you, his best will for your life.
You like to say basic instructions before leaving Earth?
Yeah, I do.
I like to say it's the workshop manual.
Which I think is really cool. And as you're reading through, particularly we're in Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. We're in John, which is the stories of Jesus. You get to see the heart of God because you see Jesus living out his life around on earth during this time here, those 33 years-ish that he was here on earth.
Yep.
But you see the heart of Jesus as he's walking around doing things. You start to say, that's actually, he's reflecting God.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
And you fall in love with him, Phil.
You
and
do,
look,
yeah.
you're going to touch on something about John the Baptist, which is at the end of chapter 3. I just want to revisit chapter 3, verse 16.
Yeah, please.
It's probably one of the best known Bible verses in the whole Bible.
Totally.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever would believe in him would not perish, but have everlasting life. So how did this verse change my life? Well, as a young kid, I went to a youth group on a Friday night. I wasn't a Christian, and they had that verse out the front on the church sign.
Awesome.
And I remember just seeing it every week. And I used to read it academically, and it didn't mean much to me. It was just words.
Sure.
But when I became a Christian later on, I got this thing where I started reading verses like that, and I would say, for God so loved Andrew, that he gave his only begotten Son. And I personalised the Bible, personalised the promise, and then I'd sometimes walk around for an hour and just mutter that verse over and over. For God so loved Andrew that he gave his only begotten Son. And it dawned on me, Phil, wow, God loves me.
Yes.
God actually loves me as an individual, and it changed my life. It gave me a sense of self-esteem, a sense of value, a sense of worth. And I realised that even though I was a sinner once upon a time, God loved me. And I started to stand up a bit straighter, and it gave me more faith in my prayers. So I'd encourage you, don't just read verses like this as something out there in the universe, but actually make it personal to you. For God so loved you. Put your name in there because he loved you as much as he loved anyone.
Yes.
He loved Phil, he loved Andy, he loved, Joe, whoever, as much as he's ever loved anyone in this whole world. So personalize the Bible, allow the Bible to speak to you as an individual, and it will change your life forever.
So good. And John 3:16, if there was going to be a place to start, that would be the one to start with.
It's a good one.
There's a reason that it's up on signposts all over the world. Hey, in the second half of John 17, God sent his Son into the world, not to judge the world, but to save the world through him. I mean, that's incredible. That was, and just think, revolutionary at the time that Jesus spoke this. That would have been revolutionary to them because they saw God as like a judgy God, a God who was here to rain down fire and brimstone, to punish you if you stepped out of line. Jesus is coming with a whole new perspective on God and who he is to us. Hey, guys, I love you. I'm sending my Son, my own Son, to die for you, to pull you out of this situation where there's no hope for you and pull you into hope, into relationship back with God. This was revolutionary.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It still is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But especially back then it was.
It's amazing. I almost feel like we could just pause there.
We could.
Maybe we will. You know what? I'm going to encourage you. We will jump to John the Baptist tomorrow.
We'll hit him tomorrow.
Because I think there's so much in just that. It goes on in verse 18. There's no judgment against anyone who believes in him, in Jesus, but anyone who does not believe in him has already been judged for not believing in God's one and only Son. The good news from this is that Jesus came, and it says it here, God so loved the world, he gave his only Son, that all you have to do is believe. It's not on your works, not on you doing the right thing or being good enough.
Yeah.
but purely on believing that Jesus was sent for you to pay the price once and for all for your sins.
And this is our message, isn't it? We're not here to condemn the world. I mean, you look at the world today, there's so much wrong about our world today that you can get all judgy and you can condemn and speak out against the sin. But, Jesus, I don't think he spoke out against sin so much as he talked about God himself
100%.
and encouraged people to come to the Lord. And he had dinner with tax collectors and sinners, so they were comfortable in his presence, which means he wasn't judging them or condemning them. He knew they were sinners, but he was drawing them to himself. And we see the evidence of that when that lady came and wept on his feet and wiped his feet with her hair, and she was repenting. She was weeping for her sins. But I don't think it's because Jesus lectured her about how bad she was. It was that she felt drawn to God. And when you get close to God, you get convicted. And you want to confess your sins. You want to say, God, I'm sorry for what I've done. So it's the goodness of God, isn't it, Phil, that leads us to repentance.
Amen. Amen. Well, that is John 3. Can I encourage you? We'll be back there tomorrow. It is a very good chapter.
We can't get out of there.
We can't get out of there. John 3. That was John 3:16. If you're hearing that for the very first time and you're like, oh, this is different. I always thought that I had to be good enough to come to Jesus. Can we encourage you today? You don't. All you have to do is call on the name of the Lord, accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. Say, God, I can't do this on my own. I am a sinner. I'm fallen from you.
Yep.
I want relationship with you. Come and be the Lord of my life. It's that easy. You can do it by yourself. If you want to, though, you can give us a call and we will be happy to pray with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 1-800-316-316 and get in touch. That's from that verse, 3:16, John 3:16, or head to vision.org.au during the day, and there's people at the Vision headquarters who would love to share with you and talk you through that. There you go.
Awesome.
John 3.
You found the podcast of Vision's breakfast show, Rise and Shine.
And we've been talking this morning about creepy crawly things that end up in the car that shouldn't be there.
And it can be a problem in Australia, Phil.
Well, yes.
I think we have more creepy crawlies per capita than possibly any country in the world.
Do we? It's not like it's not a sales pitch for Australia, is it?
No.
Like it's the opposite. And I reckon I found the most ochre guy that I could find.
Yep.
And this is Josh, and Josh is talking about a resident. So he actually knows the spider's there and he's allowing it to stay.
I like how he describes it too.
Okay, here you go. This is Josh telling us about a resident of his car.
When you get into your car after a long day, and you know that you do have a resident spider in the corner here, bit of an ecosystem in the old Hilux. You've also got a massive personal spider here on the inside of the windscreen. Look at that big hairy bugger. He's just ready to jump straight onto me face. Oh, crikey, eh? I'm going to get him out. Don't want him jumping on my face while I'm driving, or I might send it off like Dukes of Hazzard.
So that is Josh with the resident spider. He doesn't seem to have too much of a problem with it, to be honest.
He's so Aussie. I might send it like Dukes of Hazzard.
He couldn't be
it's
more
a great
Aussie.
line.
That is certainly how I picture an Aussie bloke, to be honest. But there you go. We put it out there this morning. Have you had a story where you've had a visitor in your car that, unlike Josh, who's happy for it to stay to a degree until it jumps on his face, that you're like, nah, you need to go. Time to go, spider or snake.
I think a lot of people have had visitors in their car, Phil.
Do you reckon? I think there might be opening a can of spiders this morning. I don't know if I'm happy with that. But I have got Shez on the line. Shez, Port Macquarie, you do a lot of driving for work. Have you got a story for us?
I want to give you some context because I was like one of those kids that hated spiders so much I couldn't even deal when people brought those rubber things to school that looked like real ones.
That was enough for you.
The fake ones.
Yeah, that was it. I was like screaming at them like, why would you do this to me, you know? So, like plastic spiders, not even allowed to live either. They're completely ruled out.
Yeah.
So I've got two stories. The most recent one happened when I just took the car cover off my beautiful car that was just having a little nap in the garage. And lo and behold, a giant spider is crawling across it and touching my car. So he died. And then I'm honest, like they don't get a chance to live. I'm sorry. But like if you're in the garden and you stay away from my things, you can live your beautiful life. And if you come near me or in any of my things, you're out.
Cheryl becomes a killer.
It's the rules. So my friends were driving down the freeway and this huge huntsman's on the windscreen. And for a moment, they're like, I think this is on the outside. And they're like, no, it's on the inside. So they're doing like 110 and they're freaking out. They're like, where are we going to stop? Like all this stuff is happening. There's like 4 people in the car. So they finally pull over And then everyone just barrels out of the car and they're just screaming at the spider, get out of the car, get out. And nobody's like taking initiative to get it out. They're just yelling at this
Everyone's screaming at the spider.
Having a great old sunbake on the windscreen. And yeah, anyway, I don't know how long, maybe like an hour and a half.
No.
Somebody finally got a stick and tried to coax it off the windscreen. And yeah, so everybody lived though. Everybody lived, yeah.
Everyone
And
lived.
did the spider live as well?
Well, he just got flung out of the car with the stick, and I don't know where he ended up.
So he's probably fine.
He's obviously a guy. I don't know why I'm giving him male
we do.
status, but anyway, yeah.
We do say it's a guy.
It's always a guy.
It is always
a guy.
It's true, actually. I do the same.
Out, like, literally, the person that did it with the stick flung really good because they just sort of like flicked it, and he went straight out the door and had a happy life on the.
He had a happy life. Oh.
Yeah.
Till he found another car to go inside.
Oh,
yeah.
Shez.
So needless to say, every time I take the car cover off my car now as well, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, that's right. You do it carefully. You do it. Oh, Shez, brilliant story. Very well told. You've well and truly given me the ooh today. Thank you.
Have a great heebie-jeebie day.
Yes, son.
See ya.
Oh, dear. I really do. Like that thought. But it was funny that you have all these people in the car. Everyone gets out of the car, but then they're just yelling at the spider to leave. Get out of there. Get out of there.
It's a funny image, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. If you've got one of these stories for us, I don't really want to hear it, but we do want to hear it. 1-800-316-316. Coming up next, though, Andy, I'm pretty excited. If you were born in the 90s, not born, but if you were in the 90s, there was some big-time swimmers. Like, I feel like that was for me because I used to watch Australian swimming a lot.
Yep.
It was big time. One of the big-time swimmers was Alka Graham. This is her winning a race, a 4x4 relay.
And the girls have done it. The girls have won gold in the 4x2. That's a medal that we probably didn't budget for.
We're all world champions. We'll start with you, Elka. What a great time. What a great way to start off.
Unbelievable. I touched the wall. I think I had to ask G when I got out, but it was a team thing. I was stoked, and we're just so happy to win finally.
So that is Alka Graham back when she was winning gold for Australia.
On the world stage.
Woohoo! But next, her voice will be here with us.
Exciting, Phil.
We're very, very excited.
Always encouraging and always fun. Rise and shine on Vision.
If you were around in the late 90s, early 2000s, before Instagram and Facebook really took over everyone's lives, you probably were transfixed to the TV watching Australian swimmers win gold on the world stage, or as Roy and HG used to say, bringing home the gold. And we did used to love it, didn't we? Because this little nation, Australia, we really punched above our weight. And a few of these male and female swimmers really became household names. One of them we're about to speak to now.
Well, on the line, we've got Alka Whalen. Now, you might know her like myself when she was in the Olympic Games as Alka Graham. An incredible swimmer, numerous medals and records at World Championships, Commonwealth Games, Pan-Pacific Games. And now she's an author, a speaker and a mum. And she joins us here on Rise and Shine. Good morning, Alka.
Is Rise and Shine. Good morning.
Now, Elka, you were a former Olympic swimmer, and I did ask you off air, do you still swim? I was really impressed. You're still swimming laps now at 4:40 in the morning.
Yes, we have 4 beautiful children. They definitely test our patience, but they're such a gift from God, 2 girls and 2 boys. And so hubby and I still very much so exercise. We do water polo, swimming, surf life saving. So whatever the kids are involved in, we still like to as well, because I think it's so important to model being fit and healthy as parents and as spouses to our children as well. Sadly, or shall I say sadly or happily, some of them are starting to get faster than us now, so that definitely inspires us to keep.
Did you ever let them win? That's because as a parent, that's that moment. Do you let them win up to a certain age?
I definitely think you do. Our youngest is only 8, and, we would encourage her. But the older ones now, no, it's like game on. It's like you either want things or you don't.
You're up against a former Olympian in the pool with mum. I love that.
Now, Elka, I want to hear your journey into faith as well. You are an outspoken Christian now. Tell us how or when you really surrendered your life to Jesus.
Well, I was actually, and it's such a great question because everybody has an amazing story, and it makes you realise just how wonderfully powerful God is, and the Holy Spirit works through all of us. We all have a wonderful story of how we came to Christ. my beautiful mother is actually Jewish and my dad is Christian. So we got brought up both ways, which was wonderful. So really learn about Judaism, learn about Christianity. And I love that my parents opened that up to us both. At around about the age of 21, I always had God in my heart and would go to church. But as swimming started to rise and obviously I became more well known, I just remember being in a room overseas, and even though I was at the top of swimming, I felt so utterly alone. And I really started going back to church on my own accord, nothing to do with my parents, nothing to do with my siblings, and fell in love with a beautiful church, the church community, the pastors, and you're realizing that it doesn't matter who you are, you're there for God. And so I gave my life to Christ at 22. And I've never really looked back. And a year later, I met my now husband. And it was such a freeing, liberating moment to say to Thomas, when he said, what have you got on Sunday? And I said to him, I go to church and I do this or that. And it was the first time that I didn't feel afraid or embarrassed to say it. And he needed to know what my values and what my faith was. And I mean, now at the age of 43, I just know that I can't do life without Jesus, and the joy and the hope that he gives me is something that we really hope to be able to shine to every single human when we meet them all the time.
Alka, that's just beautiful. What a beautiful testimony of what God's doing in your life.
Love the Rise and Shine podcast? Tell a friend today.
And Elka, what's it like as a leader at home and in your work life? How do we set the environment by the words we speak and the attitude we take into life?
It's so important, I believe, as Christians to understand that we always have to come from a place of love and grace anywhere that we walk into, because we are going to have days where we are not feeling the best. And we hope that there's that Christian love out there for somebody else like us. And equally, we're going to walk in some days and you can just feel that negativity. And so I often say that we need to be the thermostat and set the temperature in the room and not be the one that falls down to whatever that temperature is. When you walk into a place sometimes and you can just feel that coldness, you're like, no, I need to come in, and I'm a really big believer that you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And I think when you carry that love and that grace of Christ in you, and you know that no matter what you do in life, you're going to win because you've got the King of Kings with you, I think that puts everything into perspective. And so from that, I base everything I do in terms of my media and my talking, my speaking, my one-on-one with clients, and my company, Queenhood, a dream team of women, off that, knowing you meet people where they're at, but you treat them with the potential you know that they can be. And you love them, and you love them with encouragement and hope.
Very good, Elka. Look, you've mentioned the home, and so let's talk about parenting now. Some Christian parents, I think, don't realise the great benefits of sport and also what the Bible says about sport. Why don't you talk to us as a mum, scripturally, like from the Bible, why do you think sport is a great way to help raise your kids?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it just cut out again, but no problem. The Bible and sport.
Yeah, what do you see in the Bible about sport, raising our kids using sport as one of the tools we use?
Well, God gave us an incredible body, didn't he? And I think he wants us to use it in the best of our ability. And we only learn things like loss, or resilience, determination, impatience, through actually doing things like sport, where you don't win all the time, but then it's the moments where you do lose that you realise are very similar to the Bible. It's about the peaks and the valleys, and you realise the wiser that you become, and the more that you delve into the Bible, the wisdom will teach you. You actually learn so much more in the races and the sports that might not be going well for you, and then you realise the things of all the attributes that God put in our hearts of character growing and, that persistence, that attitude, that effort. And so I really think not only, we know physically sport is so good for us, but from a Christian point of view, I think God uses people to get out into the world and to teach other people that, there's just a black line, and yes, it's important, but you have to be so much more than a black line. Like I know for me when I retired, so much more than swimming up and down that black lane. God has given me the platform and the talent and the tools to swim as fast as I could. And now it's for me to show God what I can do to serve him.
Elka, I love that because you feel for a lot of athletes and for kids that you put so many hours into swimming. Like that is a huge commitment to be competing at that level, and then to retire. That is tough for so many athletes, isn't it? It's a moment to try and refocus on something new. And it's great to hear that God's been involved in that journey for you.
Absolutely. And I think one thing that we always have to remember is God also humbles us whenever we need it throughout our whole entire life. And I know that for so many athletes, there has been that struggle. And it normally comes down to that one word, and that one word is purpose. What is our purpose? And, as I said, there I was at the top of my swimming game, feeling so very, very alone. And I knew I really needed to go back, not only back to Christ, but give my life to Christ. And that shift was huge. I can honestly say now at the age of 43, I didn't particularly like the person I was between the ages of 18 and 21, 22. I look at some of my ways and I think that wasn't godly, it wasn't loving, it was self-centered. And I look now and I just think, oh my goodness, you have to invest in people, and you are interesting if you're interested in others. And I know all of that change and turnaround has come from the Lord. And as I said, it was a talent that he gave me, and now I want to be able to bless him and bless other people by serving him with the platform that I have.
Wow. Excellent.
Very well put.
Elka, we could listen to you all day, and you know what? We will listen to you again. We'll definitely get you back on the show fairly soon. But this is Elka Whalen. She's a former Olympic swimmer, now a speaker, an entrepreneur, as well as a wife and a mum of 4 beautiful children. Elka, I want to thank you so much for joining us both today here on Rise and Shine.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Elka. We'll have to chat to you again sometime.
She's got to become a regular, I think.
100%. It takes me back to the 90s, and I just remember watching her and all the Aussie girls and guys at that point swimming and winning gold. It was so exciting.
Yeah, but what a great testimony that she admitted that in the midst of all that, she felt lonely.
Yeah.
She was unsatisfied, and she met Jesus, and that's just given her life meaning. And now she's not a swimmer, but she's still got that meaning to her life. It's awesome.
We praise God. And look, today we needed that break, I think, because the rest of the show we're talking about things that are in your car that shouldn't be there. There is only so many spider and snake stories I can take.
Just the right mix of things to inspire and things to make you smile. Rise and shine on Vision.
Talking about uninvited guests in cars, it can be a spider, it can be a snake, it can be anything really. And I can see we've got Colin on the line. Colin, I think you've had an encounter with an 8-legged friend in a car.
My brother and I used to play around in our backyard. We had quite a large backyard, and my dad used to have an old Dodge Ute. And we used to jump in there, and my brother would never let me drive it. He was always the driver. And one day he said to me, "Where do you want to go?" And I said, "I want to go to the zoo today," but I didn't know the zoo was going to come to me. As soon as I said that, a big huntsman spider ran right across my face, straight across my face.
What did you do?
We were out of there. And that ute stayed idle for a long time before it got stopped up and taken away.
So was your brother driving at the time?
No.
It wasn't moving. It wasn't moving, thank goodness.
Yeah, pretend driving.
Okay.
So that ute never got used by us again.
That was the end of it. The end of the year.
And,
a spider on your face. That's the worst.
Yeah, but if I see a huntsman, my skin crawls. My whole body just remembers that moment. And like I had a brother that used to dig up funnel web spiders and put them in jars and take them to Eric Worrell's reptile park so him and his mate could get in for free for the day.
What?
So we had spiders around.
So they were encouraging kids to dig up funnel web spiders. They were incentivizing it. Is that right?
Yeah, something like
That's shocking. What sort of a marketing idea is that? How bring a cane toad and you get free lunch? That's terrible.
No, they get him for free, but they used to milk them.
Yeah, for the van. The old Sydney funnel web spider.
Saved my life one day because after a lot of rain, we were walking to school and I went, I think I was about 5, and I said, "Oh, look, there's a little plastic spider," and I bent down to pick it up and he took me. And it was a funnel web. I'd never seen one before at that age. And they're so shiny, their body,
really?
Yeah, not where their legs and butt is, but the rest of their body's really shiny and looks like plastic.
Oh, beware the plastic-looking, not plastic spider.
So you didn't quite get to it, and you.
He's flicked it away.
Yeah,
Colin, brilliant. You've taught us a lot this morning. Don't drive an old rusty tractors and beware the plastic spider.
Yeah.
Thank
Watch
you.
out for huntsmen. Yeah.
Good on you, Colin.
Have a good day.
After the rain. Yeah, bless you.
Oh, I don't know why we opened this can of spiders this morning, Andy.
It's a Pandora's box. So I also, as you know, Phil, when we sold our family farm, we moved to Sydney, and those Sydney funnel webs, I hated them.
Are there a lot?
Huh?
Are there a lot?
Well, you used to hear about them a lot when I was a kid, and there was a TV show called The Don Lane Show. People remember that. It was a late-night TV show, and Don Lane got this guest on who was a spider expert, and he had a funnel web in a jar. And as Don Lane was holding it, or the guy was holding it, it crawled out of the jar. And it was really close to the guy's hand. And it was live TV. And Don Lane was getting nervous because these things were deadly. And I remember that night I was so scared. As I went to bed, I was a little kid. I turned the light out. I was scared there's going to be a funnel web on the floor. And I had to call out for my dad, "Dad, come in." And he had to turn the light on and let me in the bed.
Cute
so,
little Andy.
Yeah, those funnel webs, they were terrifying.
I've heard of all-day breakfast on the menu, but here's a brekkie show available 24/7. Thanks for streaming the Rise and Shine Daily Podcast.
I'm still a bit because we're having so many stories of spiders this morning.
You've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with the stories you're hearing today, haven't you,
I want
Phil?
to hear them like I do.
But you don't.
I don't want to know.
You don't want your brain going there.
I don't, because I have to go for a drive. I have to drive after this. I'm getting in the car and going somewhere, and I'm going to be looking at it through my car.
Well, I wonder if, your family just got a new EV, electric vehicle.
Oh.
I wonder if our eight-legged friends like electric vehicles.
There's a sunroof.
Or maybe they don't like them.
There's a sunroof in there. And so it's open all the time. Not at night time, but it's open a lot. Murray, close the sunroof.
But if they're climate crusaders and they want to save the environment, they may prefer EVs, Phil. They may think, I'm going to get an EV because I know this is not wrecking the environment. Although it kind of is because the electricity is generated by coal. But we won't go there. But anyway.
We have solar panels, so we're
there you
trying
go.
to be good.
You are saving the environment.
I don't know if I am, but that's what my husband tells me I'm doing. In fact, we went out last night to watch the sunset beautifully with Millie. Only Millie's home. The big kids are in Japan. She's big, but, the bigger kids. Yeah. And so there I am. We're watching the sunset over the beautiful Gold Coast hinterland, looking out the mountains. Millie and I are enjoying a moment. I look over to see Murray. What's Murray doing? He's looking at the phone app to see how much charge is left in the EV. I'm like, what is going on there?
He's a good man. He's making sure you can get home.
I'm like, darling, there's like this beautiful God's creation in front of us. Oh, dear. But look, if you're in Charleville today, this is somewhere that you could see. As we were driving back, Millie was like, how can we get rid of these lights so we can see more stars through the sunroof of the EV? She was trying to see stars. Charleville would be a good place to do that because you're out in 8 hours from Brizzy. Yeah. The Ville, as the locals call it. There you go. Yep. I feel like a local already.
There you go.
And you can listen to Vision while you're there, listening along on, if I can find it, 87.6 FM. And your weather's glorious, 14 degrees right now, heading to 28 during the day. This is the time to go. Get in your car. If you're on school holidays, Charleville, maybe that's where you should head. But, the spiders, maybe don't.
Well, there will be people listening in Charleville. There's a lot of Christians out that way, Phil. I've been out that way, and there's a lot of good Christian people on properties and in the towns out there. So hello to all of our listeners in Charleville this morning. Well, I'm in Proverbs chapter 4, and this is a good verse. Verse 5, get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget nor turn away from the words of my mouth.
Yes. And how do you get wisdom? We've been saying.
We ask God direct. We read our Bibles. Another way the Bible says you can, through many counselors, there is wisdom. You can get good advice from good, solid people, and that can help increase your wisdom as well.
Amen.
Subscribe and listen to the Rise and Shine podcast in the free Vision app. It's easy and available everywhere.
And we found a very Aussie guy, didn't we, Phil, who talks us through this saga of having something in the car you don't want.
This is our old mate, Josh. He's got a particularly Aussie-sounding voice.
He does.
Talking about spiders in his car. He doesn't seem to mind them.
When you get into your car after a long day and you know that you do have a resident spider in the corner here, bit of an ecosystem in the old Hilux, you've also got a massive personal spider here on the inside of the windscreen. Look at that big hairy bugger. He's just ready to jump straight onto me face. Crikey, eh? Better get him out. Don't want him Don't want him jumping on my face while I'm driving, or I might send it off like Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, it seemed like when he was small, he was okay in the car. At some point, though, even Josh is like, get her out of here. Actually, we said most spiders are men. We were like, no, we maleise them.
It's true. I've never heard anyone refer to a spider as a woman.
I don't know why.
Get her out of it.
I feel
Get her out
bad.
of here.
Maybe it does feel bad because I think the big ones might be women. Maybe.
Well,
I don't know much about
but we
spiders.
think because they're big and hairy, you just think it's a big dude.
Sure.
You know?
And
A
it
big,
feels
hairy
better
dude.
following with him a thong. Hey, but I look, I've got Julie standing by, and I reckon, Andy, I've had a taste of it. I reckon this could be the worst, best of the stories of something happening in your car.
Okay.
Julie, tell us. I don't know if I want to know. Tell us your story.
I was walking out to my car and there was a massive huntsman on the outside that was like the size of my hand.
No!
And I thought, wow, that is a huge spider, but it's on the outside of my car, so I just got in, didn't think too much about it, thought when I drove it would get blown off. Anyway, I was going through town. I stopped at the pedestrian crossing, and these people are pointing, and they're going, there's a massive spider on your car. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I know that. Yep, we're all safe. So, and then I forgot about the spider, and then late that night, I was actually driving, and it was back when you hired DVDs and that, and one was due in, and I was actually in my pajamas, jumped out, dropped the DVD in the slot. I'm driving back on the highway.
No.
And next minute, this spider is on my steering wheel.
No,
and just like screaming.
Oh,
But I couldn't stop because I was on the M1, and I'm just screaming, and then it's walking towards my hand, and I had to move my hand.
No,
and next minute, it drops onto my lap, and I feel it walking down my leg.
No!
So I'm just driving, screaming. And then when I got to a spot where I could pull over, I thought, if I pull over, I'm not getting back in this car.
No!
And I'm in my pajamas. So, and it was summer, they were little shorty pajamas. And I'm like, so when I stopped at home, I'd literally pulled my clothes off before I got to the front door. And I was in shock and shaking. And yeah, got this big can of stuff and sprayed all the car, and I thought nothing will survive that.
Sure.
Anyway, I was.
Well, hang on, let's stop there. Let's just stop
So
there.
you're naked and
I'm
you're spraying
thinking
the car.
straight up, those are famous last words. Nothing will survive that.
And then I'm sitting in the chair at home, and I kept getting these shocks and shaking, thinking something was on me. So I was in this aftershock. But then I'm telling the family this big story, and they said, oh, I think you're exaggerating a bit. And I'm like, no, this spider was massive.
Yes.
And then a couple of days later, I'm driving along the road, and the kids were in the back, and they said, Mum, it's back. No! And I'm like, what's back? And they said, the spider. And I said, no way. And I said, it's swimming up the back of your feet. It's nearly on your hair.
No!
And I got out, and unfortunately, I got smashed with my thong.
The old
It's
plugger.
taken out. You needed the thong in the end was the only thing that could destroy it. Oh, my goodness. Julie.
Yes, I thought I would just share that of the creepy quality in my car.
Julie, it almost sounds like you're in a relationship with this spider. I mean, it's...
It just sounds, that is horrific.
Do you think the second time he appeared, he was like, can I have some more of those drugs you gave me before? That's pretty good.
It's probably got bigger.
Yeah, my grandkids now, one of them in particular, says, Nan, can you tell me a story? About the olden days and stuff, and I told her the spider story, and she's like, "Oh my goodness!"
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
a little experience.
That is quite a tale.
I'm not usually scared of spiders, but that close in my vicinity when I couldn't move, it freaked me out.
Yeah. Well, you were super brave at the beginning. You're driving around town with the spider on the outside of your car waving at people. Yes, that's me.
It's all G.
I'm
This is my homeboy. We're good.
and bring it on the inside, and it's a different story. Julie, that takes the cake. I mean, you've forever put that image in my head But
I want to say, I feel sorry for the spider because I'm thinking about, well, he was outside the car. He's a clever spider. He's worked out how to infiltrate, how to get inside. And then he's just walking around thinking, this is fun in here, isn't it? I like it in here. Oh, that lady's leg's nice and warm. I'll just walk down that. That's nice.
Andy, no.
And then, and then you've sprayed all those drugs in there and he's like, whoa, this is pretty good.
Smells good, man.
I'm seeing things I've never seen before. I'm feeling emotions I've never felt before. And he's come out, second day to say hi to you and you've squashed him with your thumb, the poor fella.
His last days were better than his first days.
In hindsight, I should have lifted it out and let it survive.
No, definitely not.
No one can blame you.
No, it would definitely not have survived in my car. Julie, you did exactly the right thing.
Okay, have a great day, guys.
Oh, you too, Julie. There you go.
What a tale, Phil.
We're collecting these stories, but I don't want to hear them at the same time.
I respect her. She didn't crash. She didn't panic too much. She got home safely.
Well, she did well. You know what? I've got Cherie standing by. Cherie's got another classic tale here.
Yeah.
It involves kids. So we're bringing kids into the mix. A lot of kids, heavily pregnant. A spider, a mix. Oh, I kind of don't want to hear the story, but I do.
Brought to you by the generosity of Vision family members across Australia and around the world. The Rise and Shine podcast.
Talking spider stories this morning and snakes in the car.
I think you're enjoying it though, Phil.
I am enjoying it.
Sort of like watching a horror movie. It's kind of wrong, but it's kind of fun at the same time.
I never watch horror movies. Like I have, if you ask my kids, so I got to pick the movie last night with Minions, like that school holidays at our place. And I was like, that's about as scary as, even then I'm on the edge of my seat. And they're like, Mom, it's not even real. So I go...
You overreact to the visual stimulation, it sounds like, Phil.
I do a bit.
Of a movie.
So these stories, I take them to heart. I'm living every moment of them, I think. But 1-800-316-316, have you got a story of something that's hitchhiked in your car, not of a person kind?
Or invaded your car.
Yeah, that shouldn't be there.
An intruder.
I've got Cherie on the line, Andy. Cherie, have you got a story that's going to make me go, ooh?
Oh, yeah. And the other stories will make me do that as well. So I was driving on a Saturday, kind of midday-ish, dropping off some things to a friend. We were in a maxi taxi and I had 6 kids in the back and they're all quite little. I was heavily pregnant with number 7 and It's a manual car. This is important. It's a manual van, so the gear stick wasn't easy to move from one side of the car to the other. You had to get out. I parked the car underneath the shade of this tree and I'd wound down the windows to allow a little bit of coolness. And I ran in and I got caught talking to the lady at the side of the car, didn't notice that a big huntsman had climbed into the driver's side of the car and it was hiding in the door release.
Oh, no.
Yep.
So I jumped into the car, climbed slowly into the car, and when I went to leave, I drove off, and then as I went to turn the next corner, I caught something out of the corner of my eye moving, and I saw something, and I thought maybe it's the dappled light of that tree. It's nothing to be worried about.
No.
I turned the next corner, and I just looked down on the side of the door and saw all these big legs hanging out the door release.
Oh!
I just stopped breathing just for a moment and pulled the car off as quick as I could off the side of the road, and I jumped out, and I actually don't know how, heavily pregnant, jumped out over the gear stick, out the other side of the car. Did I mention I didn't turn off the car, nor did I take it out of gear?
Oh, no.
With all the kids in the back of the car, it kind of stalled and, spluttered and carried on and came to a stop on the side of the road. And I'm out there crying and thinking, oh, my goodness, the kids are still in the car. Got the kids all out of the car, so now we're in the heat, standing out the side of the car going, how do we get back in? Then I saw this young man walking along, and I said, can you help me? And he saw me crying and everything, and he said, yeah, of course, what's wrong? I said, there's a big spider in my car. And he goes, nope, I'm out. And I was like,
the children, do it for the children.
I said, all these kids I need to get home.
Yes.
I can't walk from here.
So he
And
literally didn't help you.
He's like, no way.
No, he did. He was guilted into it.
Excellent.
Poor man.
Excellent.
It gets better.
Mm.
He goes and gets the longest stick. The stick was longer than he was. Gets the longest stick, and he said, just open the door. So I opened the door from the outside, and he chased the spider around the car with the stick. And all I could think was, he's making the spider angry.
Angry, yeah.
It's now an angry spider.
Oh, my goodness. So I'm standing back as far away from it as I could watching, and I didn't see a spider run across the grass or anything, so we kind of stayed. And he said, it's okay, it's out now. And I'm like, oh, you sure? Yeah. And he's like, yeah, no, it's out. It went under the car. And I'm thinking, well, how do I get back into the car?
Yeah, totally.
Mm.
Oh, my goodness. Anyway, I got the kids in, strapped them all in, and I'm nervous.
Of course.
And then as I'm driving up the road, I saw him walking the same way.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, he's walking in the heat. I mean, he did us a good service. I'll give him a lift.
That's nice.
I pulled over and I said, jump in, I'll give you a lift home. And he said, no. And I said, no, get in this car because now you're making me really nervous. You told me I'm safe.
And you don't want to get in.
Yeah.
I'm very safe. And he said, no, I'm okay. And I said, it's hot. Get in the car.
Yeah. I'm a mum.
And he goes, okay. And then we turned into his street, and there was a little bit of a bump as we went into the street. And he literally got out because I kind of jumped, and he got out of the car while the car was still moving. And I was just like, oh, my goodness.
The car is...
all I could do to get home. And then that spider reappeared the next morning on our way to church.
Inside the car?
In the back of the car. In the same car, in the back of the car. I'm pretty sure it was the same spider.
Of course it was.
Of course it was.
The kids are going, Mum, the spider's back.
No!
No, get me out.
No!
That is funny.
It's taken up residence.
So that kid knew he hadn't gotten rid of it. He was just trying to make you feel better.
And then here you are. Come on in.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well, you've put me off driving. I'm going to have to walk today.
But what happened when the spider was in the back of the car? Did one of the kids get it, or did it just get out itself?
No, my husband stopped the car. He got out. He killed the spider before I got back in.
Good job.
Good man.
Good man. The husband saved
Yeah, that's
the
why
day.
everyone needs a good man in their life.
You do.
Am I right?
Get married, girls.
Mhm.
There you, not just for that. But
And not
that
the
is a
guy
good
that was
one.
walking on the side of the road
Not
either.
that guy.
You want a real man.
In fact, you want this during the dating period just to see what happens.
I've told the story a number of times. People and they're going, you basically abducted him. And I was like, oh, no.
You abducted him.
No, that was a safety thing.
That is great. I'm going to do that with my girls like, when they're dating a boy from now. I'm going to chuck a huntsman in the car
Yes.
to see what he does.
See how they respond.
The making of a man. Just check that they're going to look after my daughter correctly.
It's a good test.
There you go, except I can't grab the huntsman myself. I'll have to get married to do that. But brilliant story. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There you go. Another story.
So many of them, Phil.
Far too many.
So many spiders
Why
in
do we
Australia.
live in Australia again? Oh, we love it. That's right.
Can I be honest with you? When I lived in the UK, you'd go to the fields or the parks in London, and I'd just lie on my back on a sunny day enjoying the sun with the thought, nothing's going to bite me right now.
Yeah.
There's no spiders, there's no snakes.
True.
And it felt so safe, Phil. I must confess.
Yeah.
It felt good.
New Zealand's the same.
Because you come back to Australia and then you're like, oh, okay. You
If I
never
lay
quite
here for
know.
long enough.
Sure, something's going to bite me.
That's why we're so tough, isn't it,
It's
really?
true.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me Vision's breakfast show is now available around the clock and on demand? Incredible! The Rise and Shine podcast. Rise and Shine.
Beat the toaster.
Don't worry, it's time to play a game which gives me a slight reprieve from all of these creepy crawly stories. So I'm pretty happy about that, actually.
A momentary reprieve, Phil. Maybe about 60 seconds.
This is a simple game. We have a toaster. We put in the toast. You've got 60 seconds to answer 10 questions with one letter. And we call it Beat the Toaster. And to play today from WA, oh, there you go, it rhymed. Therese is on the line. Hey, Therese, how you doing?
Not too bad, thank you. I'm enjoying life here in Parabadoo.
Ooh, good for you.
Pardu.
Now, Therese, we always ask, have you had your brekkie yet?
No, I'm just because it's
early.
only just 6:30 over here.
Yes,
So
of course.
I'm up and just starting to make it.
Okay. What will you be making?
I'm having muesli with fruit on top, blueberries and things like that.
Wow.
And then I'm going to have a cup of coffee with it.
Oh, but yeah, good.
That sounds nice.
We're discovering Australians have some very good breakfasts. I think we might become the best breakfasted country in the world, I reckon, because that sounds divine. Are you ready to play, Therese? I think Andy's chosen a letter for you.
We're going with T for Tom today. Are you happy with that?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay. That's a very confident yes.
Very confident.
Well, you know the drill. You're going to have 60 seconds to answer just 10 questions. That's about 6 seconds per question. If you don't know the answer to one, say pass. We will come back to it. Are you ready to play?
I am as ready as I'm going to be.
Well, here we go. The letter T. Your time starts now. A herb or spice?
Time.
A TV personality?
Tom Selleck.
Something that grows?
Trees.
An Olympic event?
Triathlon.
Good.
An Aussie town?
Tamworth.
A word used to describe someone?
Terrific.
A type of food?
Toast.
A reptile or amphibian?
Toad.
A kind of dance?
Tango.
And a fictional character?
Come on.
Tweety Bird.
Yes!
Oh, my goodness.
Bang, 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 bang.
We've still got like 18
She
seconds
smashed
left.
it. You smashed
But
it.
the toast is still going. And Therese, you've already won the game.
Yeah. That was very good.
I knew.
But for everyone playing along at home, this is how long you've got if you're still going. Therese, you nailed it. That was very impressive.
And I really like your selection, Tom Selleck. Wasn't that a great show?
was
Magnum PI. How
very
good was that?
And when you said a word to describe someone, my brain went terrible and you went terrific. And I thought, what a wonderful Christian lady you are, Therese.
I thought that too. I thought, do you use that to describe your husband? Terrific.
No, I don't have a husband, but I describe my dog because she's my best mate.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Beautiful. Well, bless you, Therese. We are so excited that you won. Stay on the line and we'll get you out.
You didn't struggle with one question. It was just like you had the answer to every one. Amazing.
It's like the dream go at this. If we were going to pitch it.
Usually there's one that people struggle. You didn't struggle at all.
Were you stressed?
No, well, I just said to Lord, please help me get through this because I was so nervous before it started. So I just asked the Lord to be with me. So
Well, he's helped you. You'll be winning a DVD now, a chosen DVD.
Woo!
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Oh, Therese, thank you for playing and being such a legend this morning. We'll pop you here on hold and we're going to get you out a prize. That's how easy it is.
I've heard of all-day breakfast on the menu, but here's a brekkie show available 24/7. Thanks for streaming the Rise and Shine Daily Podcast.
Australia can be a bit of a scary place.
It can be.
And not for any other reason except for the wildlife. Like you think there's snakes, there's spiders, there's bitey stuff.
There's stuff everywhere that wants to have a chomp of you, pal. In the water, out of the water, on the land, in the air.
And today, for some unknown reason, well, we do know the reason. You brought it up, Andy, that there'd been a snake let loose in a car after a youth activity gone astray.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about, well, has this happened more than once? Is this happening across the country? Is there just like a bunch of insects and snakes and reptiles finding their ways into our vehicles? We'll put the call out, and I'm not sure I'm enjoying all of the answers.
We've been inundated with calls. Phil. It's like the rain before Noah's flood. It just doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. And the number to call is 1-800-316-316. Right now I've got Marie on the line. And look, Marie, I think you've got a story about a snake for us.
A brown snake.
Yeah. Oh, this is dangerous then. What happened? Were you driving?
Well, yes. My husband and I, he'd been working on an old ute all week out on a property that we were working on. And he said to me, well, we'll go across this morning to the cottage and pick up the fridge. And I said, oh, yeah, righto. I said, well, put your shoes on because it might drop on your foot because I have my boots on. No, it's right. So he threw his thongs on the way we went. So we drove across the highway to the other property to pick up this fridge at the cottage. And on the way back, we were just about to go down the hill. And my husband kept moving his foot. and he thought the rubber mat had curled up onto his foot, but a brown snake had dropped down from under the dash of the ute onto his foot. And we're going along, and he said, brown snake. And I said, what? Where? And I looked down, and it was climbing up his leg. Going down the hill, and we started to slow down on the bottom. Went up over his legs, across the gear stick, onto my lap.
Onto your lap?
And
no.
I opened the door as we were doing about 20 and just jumped out, and the brown snake came with me.
Get out.
And my husband jumped out the other door, and the little ute was just going along and boop up a tree and stopped.
Oh, wow.
I jumped up and started running, and the snake started chasing me.
No way! What?
Back in the ute, we drove off.
You did not. So that is a shocker.
It actually chased you.
It chased me back to the ute. It must have been asleep underneath the dash, obviously.
Get out of town.
Down and woke up and...
Oh,
look,
Marie.
I hardly closed my eyes for a night or two.
No, your adrenaline would just be sky.
Wow.
Good sense of mind, because I immediately think go to a tree, but they can climb. So, but your good sense of mind to go back to the car.
Brown snakes don't really climb trees.
Oh, they don't.
No. But can I ask, when you opened the door to jump out and it jumped with you, like, did it land, like,
it was on
you?
my lap, and I sort of rolled out onto the road because it was a dirt road.
Yeah.
And it just rolled over with me, and then when I jumped up to run back to the ute, I turned around and it was coming flat out behind me.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
How big was this thing? How long?
Oh, about 5 foot long.
Oh, no.
Oh, Marie.
I mean, you need to thank God that thing didn't bite either of you.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, we did, don't worry. But that was the first of many snake stories out there. I didn't realise we'd moved to such a snaky area, but we loved it out there, just to say.
Well, of course you did.
There's a reason my mum said not to go camping once we moved from New Zealand. I think you're the reason why. That's ridiculous,
a
Marie.
5-foot-long brown snake
It's
slithering up your
chasing.
husband's
Well,
leg.
it was asleep, so it must have just woke up. It's been in there, obviously, for months.
Mm.
And it dropped down, and then it was still half sleepy, but by the time it hit the road, it woke up and took off.
Well, it wanted to get back in the car. It wanted to
It
ride.
was like, my ride is moving, my house
That's
is
right.
moving away.
That's my Uber. Come back. Oh, no.
Oh, Marie. Okay,
Oh,
this is a
thank
story
God
I
I'm alive.
didn't want to hear, but I guess thanks for calling. 'Cause- Thanks, Marie.
Say I live at Tincan Bay now.
You've moved away from the Snake Central. Oh, dear.
God bless. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Oh, thank you, Marie. Oh, dear. There is a reason why we didn't go camping once we moved to Australia, and it was snakes and spiders. We were avid campers in New Zealand when I was
Yeah.
growing up. Moved here, Mum was like, no way, Jose.
Well, look, for the rookie camper out there, you can do it. You've just got to keep your tent zipped up during the day. That's the key. And
that
they
the
can't
key?
get in your tent. Yeah, the mistake people make is they leave their tent unzipped, and one of these little slithery things will come in the tent during the day. Then at night time, you got a problem. So you can camp in Australia, Phil. Can I encourage everyone listening right now, if you've never been camping, go camping. It is good fun. You just got to use your noggin.
I've never been camping in Australia.
I think you and Murray need to go and buy some camping
no.
gear. Get out there and experience the outdoors,
Why
Phil.
would you buy all the gear to do it once and go, I don't like it?
Because you might love it.
But I really don't think we will.
And fires. Snakes don't like fires. So if you have a fire at night,
Yeah.
keep the fire burning. Awesome. Nothing like sitting around the fire.
Yeah, that's
you
fun.
know,
I do get that.
Roasting
yeah.
your marshmallows, drinking a
Yeah.
hot chocolate you've made over the fire.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
There's something about it, Phil.
Yeah.
Looking up at the stars.
Yeah, no, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I do.
Keep
You could
your
do
tent
that. You
zipped
could
up.
be in a cabin
Mhm.
and still have most of that experience.
Yeah.
Really, couldn't you? On a
Keep
bed.
your tent zipped up during the day.
Mm.
You know, if you want to get really anal, you can hang your sleeping bag in a tree or something, or put it in the car during the day. You just got to
in the car.
take measures. You can't relax.
Okay.
You can't relax.
It's not a relaxing holiday
No.
camping in Australia. You're on edge. I'd be on edge the whole time. So go camping, they said it'll be relaxing. No, it's not. It's not. You guys can't relax.
We're caffeinated and ready to face the day.
This is Rise and Shine on Vision.
Therese from Katanning, WA, taking out Beat the Toaster in like brilliant timing.
So easily.
She just, like, it was like, well, we speak to Elka Whalen was Graham earlier in the show. And, they used to watch the swimmers and they just
graceful.
glide through the
Yes.
water. And I used to be like, oh, that's beautiful.
Effortless.
That was what that Beat the Toaster was,
was.
like. It was effortless. So easy. So I want to do the weather from Katanning, where we do have a vision signal. So Teresa's listening along on 87.6 FM. A huge shout out to everyone listening in Katanning. Go and high five Teresa this morning. 11.3 degrees you're waking up to. But don't worry, it's going to get better. 24 degrees is your top today, which is almost perfect. Like, that's pretty much perfect weather.
And at 24, what will it feel like, Phil? Can you get...
They don't do that at that time. They don't say that. They say right now what it feels like, but not by then.
I'm going to say it's going to feel like about 26, 27 today.
Okay, there you go.
It's going to feel nice.
A slight chance of a shower this afternoon. I'm going to say not. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not. The sun will shine today.
I'm sure it'll be sunny. Honey, happy and sunny. I'm just calling it. It'll be a beautiful day for you.
Well, speaking of sunny, I'm in Proverbs chapter 4. It's still talking about wisdom, Phil, and it says this, do not forsake her, that's wisdom, and she will preserve you. Love her, and she will keep you.
How good is that?
I mean, how many of us could honestly say we love wisdom? It's
you're
something to
seeking
aspire to there, isn't it?
It
to
is.
love wisdom, to love it so much you want it.
And biblical wisdom. So it's not kind of the wisdom of the world. Like, that's the thing. When you're reading these, you could be like, oh, yeah, I read a lot of books. But actually, this is talking about God's wisdom for your life, which is often contrary to actually what you read. And I love books. I work as a lecturer, right? So I do love knowledge. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is godly wisdom.
It is.
And often it is contrary to what the world might say.
You got to love it, though.
Got to love it.
You got to want it.
Seek it.
Got to go after it.
You've got to ask God for it.
There you go.
Which we're doing more of. Andy, I was doing it this morning. I thought of you, Andy. I was like on the way in asking God for wisdom about some situations. I thought Andy's doing the same.
Yeah. Did you ask God to give me wisdom as well, Phil?
No, look, I should.
Maybe we should do a bit of that
Just
as well. What do you think? Yeah.
Expand out my.
That's it.
Hey, you know what you might need wisdom from? Getting in your car this morning after hearing some of these stories, I reckon you might need some wisdom or bravery, extra bravery. I'm feeling like I'm going to. We've got one more story for you. It's another spider in the car story, Andy, and these all are making me feel,
Like, I hate to say it, Phil. Do you think one of us now, having talked about this all show, we're going to get in our car the next couple of days? And I'm half expecting an attack now
I
as well.
actually half expecting it to come out of the ceiling of the. I was literally looking around the studio. I'm half expecting one to pop down, just as or a fake one. Like, I'm wondering if you were smart, Andy, you would have had a fake one out for me now, but you didn't. So I'm thankful for that.
No, it's way too early in the morning, Phil.
It's the daily podcast of your favourite Aussie breakfast show, Rise and Shine. Rise and Shine.
I might be listening to Vision Worship throughout the day, I think, in my car, because look, when we pitched this as an idea, Andy and I chatting, what should we talk about on the show? I'll talk about spiders or snakes that end up in your car. Well, that's harmless.
Might get one call.
I might get a call. You know, Andy, you had it happen to you. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, the calls that are coming in.
We're flooded with calls.
And I just don't know if I need to hear them anymore. But you do. It's like, when you can't look away, it's just like that.
Yeah, you got to stay on it. It's sort of like Niagara Falls. It just keeps coming and coming. All these calls are just coming. And we're really sorry if you've called today and you haven't been able to get on air. It's because or get through to us.
Oh, dear.
We've been inundated by calls today.
We have, and I've got, last call for the day on the topic is Tara. Oh, Tara, you've got a story about a spider.
So this was about 10 years ago. We were heading back home at about 10 o'clock at night, and my husband got a phone call from his mum. He wanted him to do something. So we stopped at her place. I stayed in the car, and my husband went into the house. And I'm sitting there, and I can hear rustle, rustle, rustle inside the car. And I'm like, what should I do? Should I get out of the car, or should I stay in the car?
Get out.
So I thought,
Get out of the car.
my husband. I rang him, and his mobile phone was in the car.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
So I stayed in the car, and he came back to the car, and he started driving, and I said, there's something in the car? And he said, no, I can't see anything. We're driving along, and all of a sudden there's this huge huntsman crawling across the windscreen inside the car.
Your instincts were right. Run.
You can't, right?
So what happened? What did you do?
So my husband pulled to the side and he said, get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
And what did he do?
He says to me, he's got a sense of humor. He says to me, "Did you call its name?" I said, "What?" And he said, "Russell." You said it was Russell.
His name was Russell. He came out to say hi. Oh, no.
Anyway, he managed to get it out.
How? How did he get it out?
He's alive too. I don't know. I don't want to know.
He turned away. Deal with it, man. Oh, dear. Well, praise God that he got it out. Have you ever seen those guys and they can grab them with their hands?
Yeah, I have.
That is next level bravery to me.
Yeah.
That would be the making of it.
Yeah. Well, they can't. They got no poison.
No, I know.
I've seen builders do it because they
I
deal with them
know.
all the time. Just pick it up, chuck it away.
Yeah, and look, everything in me knows that, but my brain knows it, but my body doesn't.
Yeah.
Like I could say to myself all day long, just grab it, Fel, and I'm never going to do that. Shocking.
It's scary looking.
That's scary looking. Yeah, I'm with you. Oh, well, Tara, thank you. I'm glad he got it out.
It's because they're hairy, isn't it? It's like they look
and they're
hairy.
massive. And I'm always thinking they're going to jump. Like that's it. All the time. They're pretty quick.
You think if they shaved, they wouldn't be as scary? They weren't so hairy?
I don't know. You'll have to find out, Andy. Get one.
Can you go and shave us?
Because they look very dishevelled and wild, don't they?
Do you reckon if they had a top hat on and they were like, oh, nice to see you, sir?
And maybe some sunglasses.
They need an overhaul of their image. There's an image problem. Do you reckon
Maybe
that's
some
it?
shoes on their little feet.
Little shoes.
Eight little shoes.
100%. Then I'm like, oh, come on in. Come on
That's
in.
right. Eat some mosquitoes. Have a cockroach. Would you like a cup of tea with that?
Oh, no, I'm still getting rid of it. It's still seeing the wrong side of a boot.
Yes, that's right. I'm with you, Phil.
Tara, thank you so much.
You guys have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Now, there you go. Now I've got this picture of this little shaved huntsman wearing boots and a top hat. And
Little metro man.
me whacking him with a thumb.
And I bet if you got one that civilised, it would be like that kid that was walking next to the van with a pregnant lady who refused to help her get the spider out. If you say metro, he'd be useless.
I think we're going to have to make this a regular segment on the show.
I think we better.
People, Aussies versus nature.
Yes.
Like, there's obviously a lot happening that we demand. There's a bit of respect, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, for nature, but also for those who are battling with it in the great outdoors.
The Aussie battlers.
Oh, dear. We've loved all the calls. Thank you, those who've got in touch by text or phone call throughout the morning. But it is time now, and I'm kind of thankful for it, I think, today. It's time for us to finish off our stories about spiders and snakes in the car and leave you for the day.
I just hope, Phil, the story won't continue in our cars today. I just hope that there won't be something in our car right now that wants a bit of airtime.
Are you putting one in my car? Is that why you're saying?
How would I get in your car?
I don't know. I feel it should be okay. I think all the windows are up. But well, we'll find out.
You never know. I mean,
you never know.
I don't know about you. Sometimes when I talk about things, I think, is that going to happen to me now? Like,
Do you reckon?
Is it smart to talk about this? I don't know.
Oh, well, there we go. Hopefully you have a great day, a spiderless and snakeless sort of a day. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early for Rise and Shine. Whatever you're doing today, though, we pray safety over you, protection, and a lack of insects and creepy crawlies.
Blessings on your day today.
Blessings on your day. We'll be back tomorrow morning for Rise and Shine.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.